Mustang.
Welcome to the interior of a new Ford Mustang. Significant, not because it's Ford Mustang, Ford has sold millions of them over the years. Significant because it's coming to Europe and significantly to the UK, where it'll be sold in right-hand drive for the first time, which is quite cool because we've often had Mustangs in the UK before. People have imported them through sort of grey imports and sold importers, but an official Mustang is quite an interesting thing. It's all part of Ford's One Ford global sales drive. You know, when you buy a Ford, it will be the same in Europe as it will be in the States, more or less. Which means in Europe now you're getting a 1900mm wide, 5-litre V8 powered 2+2 coupe, which is quite a cool thing, I think. What's it like on a European road? Well, we're in Germany at the minute rather than the UK, where the roads are a little bit wider, but we're on some narrowish country lanes. Doesn't feel too ungainly and wide, actually. Cars have become larger over the years and have caught up a bit with the sort of American muscle car, if you like. So I don't think it's any wider really than a Jag F-Type or an Aston. And the fact that it's nearly 300 grams per kilometre could be a problem, but that's okay because there's a 2.3 litre EcoBoost turbo, which is much more economical, 4-cylinder. Still has 300 odd horsepower if you can't quite stomach the idea of a 5-litre V8 pushing you around. So it's got quite a lazy response, but that's not unusual for a large capacity V8. The controls are fairly weighty in terms of clutch and brake and throttle and everything. It feels like a big car, but this gearbox, really peachily sweet 6-speed manual gearbox. I mean, it's really precise. There's no notch. Pretty pleasant thing to tool around in, to be honest. And the rest of the dynamic package feels pretty much where it ought to be for a sort of 1700 kilo large 2+2 coupe. The ride's actually pretty good. The handling's fairly well balanced. You know, it does the thing with its tail because it's got limited slip diff if you want to. It is quite a good fun car to drive. Would you buy one? Well, here's the thing, you sit in this interior and you think, well, it's not the world's finest finished interior. If you were to get into a BMW 4 Series, probably even into a BMW 2 Series, you'd sort of be more impressed with the materials choice and so on and so forth. But here's the thing. I mentioned a 2 Series because actually it's a 2 Series that is a lot closer in price to this car than a 4 Series. With a V8 engine like this one, this car is less than 33 grand in the UK. I mean, that is a sensational amount of engine for the money. With a 2.3 litre, I think I'd have the V8, to be honest. But with the 2.3 litre, you're looking at a sub 29 grand car. That is extraordinary value, whichever way you look at it.
Mustang models offer styling worthy of the most expensive European road cars at a price considerably lower than their appearance implies.
And yeah, you might have to pay a bit more for the CO2 bills and stuff like that. But if you're at all tempted, if you've ever thought to yourself, you know what, wouldn't it be nice to have a Ford Mustang? I mean, you've always thought, well, yeah, it would, but I'd have to go to the States to buy it, and it wouldn't be warranted, and so on and so forth. Now, go to your Ford dealer, and you can have one. And I suspect even if you just kept it for a couple of years to get that urge out of your mind, I think you'd have quite a nice time. The Mustang by Ford.